case someone stops you and asks you what you're doing. Again, be mindful of private property. This is really kind of a roadside survey, so take what you can from the side of the road. And we've oversampled the number of wetlands we need, so if you can't get to a wetland, don't worry about it, just move on to the next one. Now the fun part for everyone, the timesheet. As part of our project, part of our state wildlife grant, the state wildlife grant gave us money to do the update, but then we also have to match 50-50%. So they gave us $170,000 to do the update for the whole state, and we have to match that with $170,000. 170, yeah, that was right. The state has actually given us a match because the state is doing a lot of the work with us as well. So they're giving us about $100,000 to match. And so Ducks Unlimited has some match, we get some match from other people. But we have to come up with some more match, and that's kind of where our volunteers, Ducks Unlimited volunteers, you can volunteer. And we can use your volunteer time as match for this project to help us get the project done. So another very important reason for volunteers and to help out with this is the matching part of our project. But in order to document that match, we have to have you fill out a timesheet. It's not really that big a deal. Just let me pass these out right now. Pass those out. Pass those back. Basically, all you have to do is fill out your name and your address, and then let me make this a little bit bigger. And then basically the date you went out, the description of work, field verified wetlands, the location, which county you worked in, so date, wetlands, location of the county, time in, time out, number of hours you worked, and then the number of miles driven. You don't have to worry about adding anything up. I can do all that as part of the end once I get back from you. So basically it's just the date, the number of hours, and the number of miles that you drove that we need you to record. And then at the end, once you're all done, if you can just sign it and send it in with the other stuff, so we can keep track of that. Yeah.
I found if somebody questions you, if you start out with the words "I'm a volunteer," a lot of
Very
times
good
that disarms them.
Right.
Not I'm from your government to help you.
That's a very good point. I've heard some kind of horror stories too of the state guys and federal guys. When people get real upset with them, there's kind of a negative attitude towards them sometimes. Ducks Unlimited, we've had a really good experience with the people in the field asking questions, and once you tell them to work for Ducks Unlimited, it's kind of, kind of calms them down a little bit. So if you start out with "I'm a volunteer working for the Sierra Club and helping out Ducks Unlimited," a lot of times that would just kind of smooth everything over right there. So it's a very good point. So, timesheet. Does anybody have any questions on this? They're coming around. And again, I can print off more of those. I can give it to you in digital format too if you'd rather do that as well. Not fun for you guys, but it's an important part of my job because we get credit for the time that you spend in the field. That's part of the match for this project. As far as what to send back to us, the completed field maps that you went out and then field verified, if you can send those back to us with your points and which direction you took the photo at. Photos on CD if you take them in digital format. If not, you can do the hard copies and we'll scan them in and I can send the photos back to you if you want. And then the timesheet. There's also directions. I'll just leave these back on the back side. The back sheet with all the other, but I have a kind of a direction sheet as well. This kind of goes through what we need from you, and also kind of the preparation and how to do the field work. So kind of reviews kind of what I've gone over in a lot more detail here. But this will give you a good feel for the directions on that. It also has the address to send everything back to as well. I'll put this in the back table. Questions on that? Yeah.
I suppose there's any way to email those?
Yep, there's my email's on there as well. If you want to do that, you can do that as well.
Do we have like a limit of what you can accept?
Yeah, we have it changes all the time as far as what our limit is. The other thing is if you have a lot of photos and they're large, we have what's called an FTP site, which is basically a site where you can store data, and I can give you the information for that, where you can just basically put them on the internet, and then I can grab them from there.
Yeah, maybe you could email us the links to
That's
that
fine.
and also the timesheets and all that.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah,
the thing is, if we're gonna upload them, it's just unambiguous language is gonna be really important. Just-
Right,
if the-
that's a good point.
If the CD comes with the maps, then, then they can make it up.
Yeah.
You gotta find a way to do that.
Right.
I guess the CD is probably the preferred route
Okay.
because of that, but if you don't want to do that, or don't have access, we can post them on the internet, and basically what I'll do is I'll pull them off and create a CD, so I can keep everything with the actual hard copy now. So, I mean, I'm flexible, whichever is easiest for you guys are the volunteers, so I want to make it easy for you guys to do whatever works for you.
And we can help coordinate getting stuff out to everybody,
Yeah.
you know, electronic versions and stuff. If you lose your sheet.
Just to break it up a little bit, just so you find some kind of interesting things on the photos. This is someone's backyard pond made in a Mickey Mouse. So they have to create that one.
Open water.
That would be open water, yeah.
You can teach Is that from Wisconsin?
Kevin the Wild.
No, it's not Wisconsin. I think that's actually Ohio.
Please don't go to there.
Mark Shade Pond.
Look at this one.
Of course, the Michigan Pond. This is actually from Illinois. Someone wrote in their farm field, will you marry me? I'm not sure what the name is. And I like this one too. So these are the counties we have done so far that are on the back table. Bond, Boone, Carroll, Christian, Clay, Cumberland, DeWitt, Douglas, DuPage, Ford, Grundy, Hancock, Lake, Lee, Macon, Mason, Karen, Putnam, Rock Island, Warren, and Winnebago. We have 3 or 4 counties we're working on right now as we go through. So if you're in the room and you have one of these kinds, the ones you want to do, we have all the maps in the back, and you can split up those maps.
Yeah, because Rock Island was blank. Did somebody take them all?
Doug had rock.
I didn't think I left it there.
He was maybe standing there looking at
I'll grab them.
There are maps, there are now maps here for Rock Island.
Oh,
Okay.
We'll give them.
At the end, we'll kind of divide up and see who's, I guess, interested in which counties. If there's multiple people, so we can split those maps up. This is a brief map that I did this morning.
Perfect.
How to get to the wetland that we're going to go out in the field. Basically, we're here. Go up to Galena, which is where you came in probably. Take a left at Galena. Take that first light, which is Orchard. Take a right on Orchard. And the 4th stoplight, you want to turn left. So if you count the stoplights, that's the 4th one. There's a 7-Eleven kind of on this corner here.
And that's Sullivan. The road is
Sullivan
Sullivan.
Road. Take that left and it kind of curls around. There's a church parking lot right here. And then we can go up here and take a look at the wetlands from there. There's also a Hampton Inn parking lot, but I think the church parking lot might be better.
Yeah, that's what we checked it out this morning too, yeah.
So it's pretty easy. Go up to the first street, take a left, take a right, 4 stoplights, come over. Do that. I'll leave that. So Cindy, how do you want to do
Well,
the
I thought
organization?
maybe-
Any other questions?
Yeah, maybe are there any general questions that people have for Rob still? And then we could talk about how we're gonna divvy up the maps.